Hello everyone, welcome back to another lazy show where we teach you AutoCAD in a way that it's more productive so you can stop wasting your time. As always, we show up here each Sunday at 10 a.m. and that is Pennsylvania in the United States time. So we're gonna start reading some of your comments in a moment. So we're gonna have a great presentation today, trying to help you out right in this world of freelancing. So let me read some of your comments. So let's see over here. But let's see before. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and read some of your comments, guys. Martin is on the chat. Martin says, hi all. Hi Martin, thank you for being here with us again. That's great that you are consistent showing up on our live streams. So thank you Martin, hope you're doing great. Our friend Douglas is also on the chat. Hi Duke, my friend Duke, happy to have you here as always. So hope you're doing great, Douglas. Let's see over here. Our friend Solanki is also on the chat. Says hello everyone. Hello Solanki, happy to have you here again. We're gonna learn something cool today. Some great tips or advices, right, for starting freelancing with AutoCAD. So our friend Duke says good tunes. I'm glad that you guys like the music also from our countdown timer. That's great. Let's say it looks like you guys are saying hi to each other. That's great. Our friend Douglas says, what's up, Irving? Hey, Duke. Nothing much. I'm very happy to try kind of a new style of live stream, right? This live stream, for the first time, I believe, I'm not gonna use AutoCAD at all, but I'm gonna share some of my experience so you can start freelancing in AutoCAD, right? So hopefully you guys like this new style of live stream. Maybe if you guys find it useful, then I might keep doing more of it, right? Let's see, hopefully you enjoy it. Let's see, there is a new person on the live stream, I believe, Pedal Cruz. I think it's the first time you're here. That's great. Welcome aboard. We are here each Sunday at 10 a.m. and we are all about finding more efficient ways to work as an AutoCAD professional, right? So welcome aboard, Pedal Cruz. Our friend Francis is also on the chat. Hey Francis, happy to have you here again. I think I didn't see you last week, but that's great that you are back. Hope you're doing great, Francis. Our friend Rachel says, good afternoon. Hey Rachel, happy to have you here also. Hope you're doing great, Rachel. And I'm sure you're gonna help us in today's presentation also, because you have so many years of experience working as an AutoCAD professional. Solanki, it looks like he's saying hi to each other. Douglas says, my specialty, freelancing. Hey Doug. Yes, so the beauty of this live stream, right, is that it's not only me talking or explaining, you guys can also help, right, to run this presentation with your experiences. Like Douglas is saying, that's his specialty, and you know, that's great. So hopefully we can do a better live stream today, right? Let's see. Solanki says, I was struggling with a macro. I hope you've seen it. You've seen it about W block. Just Solanki, I received your email about your macro request. That was a great idea actually for a macro command, and I'm planning to do the presentation for our monthly lazy macro shows, right, that we do with our members. Oops, you just remind me, Solanki. Before I keep reading, I wanna say welcome to our new YouTube member. So guys, let's say welcome to our new where is it? Let me one sec. Where is it? Where is it now? Alright guys, I think I'm gonna have to I just wanted to say welcome to our new member. I think I'm just gonna say it then. Alright, so our new YouTube member, guys, let's welcome Solanki. Solanki is in the chat and he became a member a couple of days ago. So welcome, welcome back. Welcome aboard, Solanki. So just now you gain access to Solanki to our Lazy Macro live streams, right? And it's basically a live stream the same that we're doing right now, but it's private to our YouTube members, right? And in those live streams we create custom macro commands to speed up various AutoCAD processes or tasks. So yeah, welcome aboard, Solanki. And we do these private live streams by the end of each month, the last Sunday. So yeah, thank you, Solankin, for supporting our work, right? That's awesome. All right, guys. Solanki's in the chat, by the way. Anyway, Rachel says, I am. Let's see. Pedal Cruz says, no, I'm always watching your tutorial, but most of the time I missed joining the live streaming. Sure, Pedal Cruz. If you can tell us your real name, that would be awesome, so we can, communicate better. But yeah, thank you for sharing that you're watching my tutorials. So yeah, that was one of the questions on the poll that I did today, right? There was a poll, I don't know if you saw it, guys, and it was asking, how do you consume our content, right? Either do you watch our content on live streams, on recorded videos, or on shorts? So here is Peral Cruz is saying that he consumed the recorded videos, I believe. Rachel says, my specialty, avoiding architects' requests. That's great, Rachel. For people who don't know, they are new, our friend Rachel, I believe, is in the civil engineering field. So, and yeah, so I'm in the architecture field. If you are new to these live streams, you can put your field on the chat also, right? So that way we can start meeting each other, right? Martin says, massage to Douglas picture level. Pedal Cruises, I'm from Sri Lanka. My name is Sanka. Hey, hey, nice, Sanka. So now I'm gonna, from now on, remember your name, or try to remember at least Sanka. So I'm Irving, by the way, for people who are new to the live streams, right? So my name is Irving, and I'm originally from Peru in South America. Right? So Sanka, thank you. And our friend Rachel is also saying welcome to Sanka. Let's say Rachel is going to avoid you. Douglas says Rachel is going to avoid you because, again, I'm in the architecture field, right? Hey, it's nice that you guys now talk to each other on the chat. That's great. That's how communities start building, right? When you guys start not only communicating with me, but also between you guys. That's great. I'm very happy for that. All right, so I think I'm gonna get ready over here for today's presentation. As always, we're gonna have a moment by the end of the presentation to, ask questions or chat anything related to AutoCAD. So let's start. All right, let's see over here. Rachel, pedal cruise name is Sanka. So yeah, Sanka. All right, anyway, let's see. All right. Hey, we have a new person before we start, right? Let's see. Our friend Gopal is on the chat. Says, "Hello, sir. This is my first live stream." Wow, Gopal, welcome aboard. We are here each Sunday at 10 a.m. And so if you are an AutoCAD professional or somebody who wants to learn AutoCAD, you can show up here, right? So welcome aboard, Gopal. I'm happy that new folks are finding our live stream. That simply means either YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn is recommending our live streams to new folks, right? So that's great. Happy, that means simply that we're doing something good here, right? So let's keep moving. All right, let's start this, guys. Let's start our show. Again, if you're new, this is a live stream, and what I like to do is at any moment you can stop me with your questions or ideas. Because otherwise I'll just do a recorded video, right, like anyone else. So that's why I do these live streams, because I like to get immediate feedback from you guys. All right, let's start. Okay, let me go over here and all right. So last week, when responding to an email from Peter, I realized that the advice I had for him could benefit more people. However, I wasn't sure how to do that, right? So I asked Peter if I could respond with a video, and he agreed. So here's the email. Hi, Irving. Hope you're doing well. My name is Ruben or Peter. Of course, sorry, I'm gonna remove this, of course, from the video, the name, the real name. We're gonna call this person Peter. Anyway, so hope you're doing well. My name is Peter. I've been watching your YouTube videos lately and really enjoy all the content and info you share in your videos. I'm also a CAD draftsman and graduated in 2008. Worked for several years as a CAD technician for various companies in Texas, structural engineering and fire protection. In 2017, my wife and I moved back to Puerto Rico, where we are originally from. For the past 3 months or so, I've been thinking about going back to work in CAD, but don't know where to start. I worked as a freelancer for a couple of years with a colleague of mine who started her own company in Texas and asked me to help her with CAD work, but had to change careers when I moved here. He means in Puerto Rico, right? To Puerto Rico. I'm thinking of going back as a freelancer, but I know a lot has changed and not sure if there is room for another freelance CAD drafter. So I really appreciate your feedback and recommendations. So that was our friend Peter. And let's give him 5 tips or advices on how to succeed as a freelancer, right? So hopefully we can help every one of us that are live right now, can help our friend. But I have 5 tips that I can give to Peter, right, to succeed as an AutoCAD freelancer. So let's see if we have some comments so far before we start sharing these 5 tips. Let's see. Our friend Martin says, I would love to find extra AutoCAD work. I just don't know how. Here we go, Martin. This is the live stream for you, my friend, because I have 5 tips for you to share, based again on some knowledge, on so past experience. So yeah, we're gonna go over that today. And let's see, our friend Douglas says, Ruben, there is always room for more draftsman, woman. Douglas says, Ruben, realize realties or commercial or both. I don't know if our friend is here today, Douglas, but let's say that was residential, Ruben. All right, guys, so let's keep moving. Now, just for I'm gonna change the name. I'm gonna refer to this person as Peter, right? So if you guys want to refer also to this person as Peter, that would be better. Anyway, so let's start with let's say with the tip number 1. Let's see over here. Before I start sharing these 5 tips, do you have any tip for Peter? Just put it in the chat, right? If you have any recommendation or advice to Peter, please put it in the chat while I'll get ready over here to start the tip number 1. So I'm gonna get ready over here. Slideshow. Here we go. All right. All right. Right. So if there are no advices yet, I'm gonna start with the advice number 1 or tip number 1, and this would be skill refresh and continuous learning. Yes, so this is very important, Peter, because since you've been away from the field for a while, as you're explaining in your email, it might be helpful to catch up on the latest softwares and techniques, right? The AutoCAD software might have evolved since your last experience. So spending some time to familiarize with the program, with the new tools, can be very beneficial. Also, try to commit yourself with continuous learning, right? You can start, for instance, joining our live streams that we do each Sunday to learn all of the new techniques and also keep you updated, right, on the latest tools and features. This can give you a competitive advantage as a freelancer, right? So that would be my first tip, to skill refresh and continuous learning. Again, I just give you an example, right? These live streams that you can join each Sunday to keep up to date. Let's see, what do you think about this first tip or advice for Peter? right? Do you guys agree that this is an important part as a freelancer? Do you disagree? Just let me know on the chat. Let's give you a couple of seconds, especially for our most experienced friends, right? As Rachel or Douglas, who these guys have plenty of years working already in the profession. But I believe this first tip is very important. So hopefully do you guys agree also? Let's see. Our friend Rachel says 100%. Hey Rachel, I'm happy that you agree with this first advice or tip. It's very important again because you have to find a way to keep up to date with these new features, right, of the program. So our friend Martin says completely agree. Hey Martin, yeah, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Just to give you an example, guys, right, a specific example, right? So before 2017, in AutoCAD, you couldn't convert a PDF into CAD lines, right? You couldn't do that inside AutoCAD. And of course, if our friend Peter stopped using AutoCAD before 2017, he might still doing the PDF to AutoCAD conversion manually, maybe just drawing lines on top of his PDF. But if you are up to date with the software, with the features, right, you might know already that after 2017 we can now convert PDFs to CAD lines inside AutoCAD, so you don't have to redraw anything, right? So that's just to give you a small example, right, of the importance of being up to date. Our friend Douglas says, always try to keep up. Other than here, I look for everything I can find when new releases come out. Here we go, Duke. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. I know also you've been in the profession for so many years, right, Duke? I know that because you share your story with us on our private meetings. So I kind of know your story. So thank you for sharing your experience also. Walking on Sunshine or Rachel says, get certified Autodesk Professional. That exam is nonsense commands you never use, but that opens doors to train people. Hey Rachel, you read my mind right there, because that was an example that I have for one of my next tips. So, but you are going ahead already, but that's great that we are kind of in the same page. So that's great, Rachel. Let's say our friend Duke says, yes, Rachel, I'm always asked if I'm certified. Yes, so that counts on my next tip, guys. So, but that's awesome that you are kind of going in the same path as I am doing it. Rachel says, I'm certifiable but not certified. Keep meaning to do the exam. All right, guys, so let's continue with the tip number 2. And let's see over here. Let me get ready. All right. So let me give you the tip number 2, and this would be the online presence. Yes. So Peter, what I'll recommend is also to establish a professional online presence. So this could be maybe a website like a LinkedIn profile, right? Or it can be a presence on a freelance platform like maybe Upwork or Fiverr. There are many out there, but these platforms can really help you showcase your skills, and not only that, but also to connect with potential clients. So additionally, you can create an updated portfolio, right, of your work. So this again will showcases your past work, including maybe samples from your years of experiences, right, that you already have. Now, all of this, what it does is it demonstrates your skills to potential clients, right? Now, building trust can also be achievable through an AutoCAD certification, like our friend Rachel and Douglas were referring before. So an AutoCAD certification like the one that I obtained is right there. So let me grab it really quick. So hopefully you guys can see this. Let me put it right here. All right. So yeah, with an AutoCAD certification. So I didn't initially need this certification because, you know, I was already working in the architecture field, and you might feel the same way. However, this certification was significantly important for me because it helped me gain trust from my audience, right? From my YouTube audience. So now they know they are being taught by someone who knows their stuff, right? They are not being taught, but you know, any person that just randomly put a video out there, but now they can have that trust, right? That indeed I passed certain exam or test, and I was given this certification. So what do you think, guys, about this advice or tip number 2 to succeed as a freelancer? Let me know your thoughts on the chat. Do you agree? Do you disagree with this tip number 2? Let me jump on the chat. All right. Let's see. Says Rachel, I think I already read this. 2 classes. Me too, Rachel. College level diplomas and one heck of a portfolio. Douglas says, yes, replaced the croc picture from your certification. Love it. Yeah, Doug, what Douglas is referring is in our last week live stream, he suggested to fix this picture from my back, and I did. So that means I simply hear what you have to say, right, guys? And I care about what you think, right? So let's see over here, Martin. Martin, know what's up, right, Martin? You've been here last week, so that's great, guys. Let's see. What do you think, guys, about the tip number 2? Create an online presence, start showing some of your past work, and if you have the possibility, also get an AutoCAD certification, right, to start building that trust, right, and gain some clients. So let's see. Rachel says, I don't have a portfolio, never bother with one, but reputation from work in oil and gas, civils, not architects staff wouldn't touch that. No idea about. Rachel, why are you always bringing architects into the conversation? Let's see. Martin says, yes, I must make time to do that. Hey, Martin. I think with our tips and advices, you are now willing to start doing some freelancing. That's great that this live stream serves also as maybe motivation or inspiration for you guys to start into the freelancing work. All right. Okay, so let's keep moving with the tip number 3. All right. All right, let's go over here and let me go and all right. So before we do that, before we proceed with tip number 3, we have somebody on the chat says, Anto says, hi Anto, I think you are new to the live streams, but that's great. Welcome aboard. We are here each Sunday at 10 a.m. So welcome Anto, hope you're doing great today. All right, let's keep moving guys with tip number 3, and this would be offer value. Yes, so this is very important because these kind of highlight what sets you apart from other CAD drafters, right? This is very important, and this could be your specialization, or maybe unique skills, right? Or maybe unique experience in different sectors. For instance, in my case, right, as an AutoCAD professional or consultant, right, I could try to do everything. For instance, I could offer troubleshooting services and so on. But in the end, I won't have any specialization, right? And so an specialization that people can recognize me, right? So then I decided to kind of niche down and focus on AutoCAD optimization, right? So now people can recognize me as the persons whose unique skills simplify AutoCAD tasks or processes, right? So that's how you'll see now the Lazy Arquitecto. So what do you think, guys, about offering value as a freelancing? Do you think it's important to set yourself apart from other drafters? So let me know on the chat if you think a specialization is important. I gave you my personal experience, how I am seeing this, Peter, right? How I was able to niche down and try to focus, in my case, as in AutoCAD optimization, right? And so let's see what you guys think. So let me go on the chat. Let's see, our friend Duke says, Rachel, not much civil, although I do quite a bit of work on surveys supplied by my surveyor. He applies the as-built and I'll do the propose. Oh, nice, Duke, for sharing some of your work, right? Some of your procedures on what you do using AutoCAD. That's great. So I believe you are in the architecture field, right? That's great. For people who don't know, I'm also in the architecture field. Our friend Rachel is in the civil engineering field, and you can share your field also, right? What do you use AutoCAD for, right? On the chat, that would be great. But before we move on, do you guys have any questions, or do you agree with me about offering value and how you can set yourself apart with specialization, right? Let's see what you guys think. Yes, says Douglas. All right, so I think we're ready to move with the tip or advice number 4, right? So let's keep moving, and this would be Start small. Yes. So Peter, consider beginning with smaller projects or offering your services at a competitive rates, right? This is very important to build your reputation, right, with a client base. So remember that relationships come first, right? Once you build these relationships or connections, then the work will follow. So talking about relationships, guys, what do you think about this advice number 4? Do you think this is important to gain clients, or you just do the job, get it done, send it, and you're done? What do you guys think about this tip? Let's see. Our friend Douglas says, my reply to potential customers: if you can name it, I can draw it. That's a nice proposition right there, Duke. A nice slogan, or if you can name it, I can draw it. Duke says, be open to anything that comes your way. Here we go. That's another good tip or advice from Douglas, our friend that has many years of experience, right, working in the profession. So you're a freelancer, right, Duke? For people who don't know, right, they are new to the live streams. So Douglas, are you currently a freelancer right now? So let's see. Our friend Rachel says, be open to diversity. Don't limit yourself to just AutoCAD. I can do Civil 3D, bluff my way in Revit, BricsCAD, MicroStation, FreeCAD. Here we go, Rachel. That's another great advice from you guys. That's what I did this live stream. That's what I asked Peter if we can do this in a video, right? Because I knew that you guys had also important advices, right? And then this video or live stream will help even more people, right? So that's great. I'm very happy today because I think this was a great idea. Usually I don't do this type of videos. Usually I just focus on the AutoCAD program itself, right? But I wanted to try something new, a new style, right? And hopefully you guys are finding this helpful. Oh, let's see. Cannibal Christ says, all great things start small. Hey, Cannibal, I think you are new also. I don't remember your name from past live streams, but if you are new, that's great. Welcome aboard. We are here each Sunday at 10 a.m. So if your time is important, or if you work as an AutoCAD professional, then this is the show for you. Hope you're doing great, Cannibal. And give us your real name if you can. Douglas says, yes, freelance. All right, Douglas, here we go. We have people in our community. Our friends are already into freelance. So that's great. Duke. All right, so let's keep moving with the next tip or advice, and this would be, I think this is one of the most important ones, guys. I saved this to the end because I believe from my experience that this is one of the most important ones. So this is networking and relationships. Yes. So Peter, try to reconnect with your colleagues from Texas, right? And maybe other contacts in the industry. So they might have insights into potential freelancing opportunities, right? So remember that freelancing isn't just about the work that you do. It's also about building strong client relationships. understanding your client's needs can go a long way. So for example, I found my job, right? My current architecture job, thanks to a connection that wasn't even a friend at that time, right? So I was in this line or long line. I remember I was doing some paperwork for my passport, and there was a person in front of me, right? And then we started a conversation, and I found out that this person's son was an architect. So when this person asked me, hey, what do you do? Well, I said, I'm an architecture student. And he replied, awesome, I have a son that is an architect and works in an architecture firm. Would you be interested in working in an architecture firm? He asked, and I replied, yes. So immediately he was the connection right there. And thanks to this person that I met there for the first time, I got into my current job. Of course, they gave me an interview, and I had to pass all of these interviews, right, in order to gain the job. But if I never talked to this person that was in front of me, probably will never be in this current job right now, right? So right there you have an example of how important networking and building relationships is in this field of freelancing. So what do you think, guys, about this tip to succeed as a freelancing? Do you agree? Do you disagree? It's not important. Maybe you think you just have to get the job done and you're done. I don't know. Let me know on the chat. So our friend Douglas says, Rachel, I tried BricsCAD, just didn't have time to put my all into. Almost identical to AutoCAD, a fair price also. So yeah, Douglas is referring to another program similar to AutoCAD. MicroStation that goes back a lot of years. All right, so Douglas is talking about another CAD programs. Martin says, yes, just wish it was easy to get connected locally. Martin, so look, there's not always an easy thing, right? But you can start joining our live streams, for instance, right? Like there are many professionals right here. Douglas works into architecture and so on. So, and there are many professional people right here, right? So you can start building this networking or connections, right? Maybe if you want to go even farther, you can join our private members live streams, right, where we really connect to each other. So for instance, if I ever need help in maybe one of my architecture projects, immediately I might think of our friend Douglas, right? He's a freelancer, and I met him in our meetings, in our monthly meetings, and I know he's a person that I can trust, so immediately I can refer to my friend Doug. But you see how, Martin, how we can start building these connections even right here. It's not that you have to in person meet new people or so. So our friend Rachel says, offering to sleep with the CAD manager, good way to network. Oh my god. Our friend Rachel joking. Don't forget Rachel in civil engineering. Alright guys, so let's see, what do you guys have to say? Let me jump to the chat now. Let's see. All right. So So let me jump to the chat before we wrap up today's presentation, right? So we gave 5 tips to our friend Peter to hopefully succeed in the well, we gave him more than 5 tips. We probably gave him like 10 because you guys also shared some great tips and advices. So let's see. Douglas says, Rachel, you use AutoCAD Civil. Martin says, yes, completely agree, Irving. Martin, I believe you are referring to creating connections here, even in the channel, right? Or in our private meetings, I believe. So Dropout Engineer is on the chat, says, hello, sir. Hello, Dropout Engineer. Happy to have you here. Hope you're doing great. Rachel says, Civil 3D is Autodesk. Yes, that's correct. Rachel, Civil 3D is Autodesk. Rachel says, Civil 3D is not easy. I agree, Rachel. I used Civil 3D a long time ago also. And yes, I used it, or we used it where I used to work to create site plans, subdivisions, and all of those type of work, right? Let's see. All right, guys. So we have 11 people connected live. That's great. So we're gonna stop right here. And start thinking on our next live stream, right? Dropout Engineer says, sir, you are arch use search, you are arch use. Can you explain or develop more your question, Dropout Engineer, so I can answer you? So I'm gonna stop this live stream, I guess, and start thinking on our next one, right? Next one, it's okay, 10. Let's see. Our friend Rachel says, Revit, on the other hand, is much easier, but has its faults. Yes, I mean, I use Revit also a lot, Rachel, and I would say for 3D modeling and, you know, scheduling and documentation, Revit is very useful. However, the 2D part of Revit still needs some improvements. Let's see. Solanki says it's a plugin. Oh, okay. So I think you're referring to YQ Arch, right? It's a plugin. So no, to answer your question, Dropout Engineer, no, I didn't use it, but you know, I'm always open to use new things, right? So I might give it a try and maybe, you know, give my feedback, or maybe see what or how I can utilize it to simplify my life. So yeah, definitely Dropout Engineer. I'll try to research YQ Arch. All right. Yeah, so I think I answered your question. Martin says, good luck everyone. Yes, I've used Revit, but my jobs aren't big enough to warrant it. Yeah, so that's another key factor about using Revit, right? Usually for out of the ground projects, it would be very beneficial, right? But if we're doing a small remodel or addition, maybe AutoCAD is the way to go. All right, have a great week, Martin. Walking on Sunshine says, Revit, you can't save us. Douglas says, I use AutoCAD Plane and it's 3D SketchUp Pro, Chief Architect, Premiere, ArchiCAD. Wow, so many programs, my friend. Let's see. Solanki says, I've been using YQ since 2-3 years. Can't imagine AutoCAD without it. Solanki, so yeah, I mean, definitely I'll take a look at it and maybe do an entire live stream about it, right? If it's that helpful. Solanki, thank you though for the idea. All right, guys, with 12 people connected live today, I think I'm gonna stop right here and saying, of course, thank you to our friends here on the screen, because these are folks that support what we do, right? Either as a YouTube member, as our friend Rachel, I think it's a member, Douglas, Solanki, Martin, all of those folks. Thank you very much. And also on Patreon, there are many folks that support our work, right? I'm very happy for that. And with this list, I want to say thank you, folks. And I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. Hopefully, I'll see you here next Sunday, right? Next Sunday at 10 a.m. with another live stream, another AutoCAD live stream, right? So, yeah, guys, have a wonderful rest of the day. And yeah, so I'll see you guys here next week.